In the last episode, Oscar mixed a Nightcrawlers megamix, which he uploaded to the Mix forum he is a part of. He had also started talking more to Ava down at the record store. It was getting to be summer, school was ending in a few weeks, and Oscar was looking forward to spending the summer vacation with his friends and maybe seeing more of Ava. Oscar's best friend Jack was more into rock. Jack loved Metallica. It was cool music, Oscar thought. But Eurodance was getting bigger and bigger, and there were so many cool songs that were just waiting to be mixed together. His online friends were already well into making remixes and megamixes. Some had been mixing for several years and were starting to get really good at making the mix sound more fluid and with far more samples, which often made the mix even better to listen to. Eurodance wasn't that big in the US yet. It was more so in Europe, but especially Germany, Italy, Spain, Sweden, and Denmark were way ahead with the newest songs. These were also people from the countries Oscar talked to online. Fortunately, Oscar spoke and wrote well in English. Now it was time to hear what the experienced mix DJs thought about his Nightcrawlers mix. It was received with mixed reviews. Some thought it was okay, now that it was his first mix. Others weren't so keen on it, as it was too short. Not the best transitions between the songs and only with the same artist. Oscar also didn't have much experience with the mix software he mixed the songs in, so it was time to learn the very basics of how music sounds. There was a lot to know. What did beats per minute mean? And how did you separate the vocals from the instrumentals in the song? Oscar had to find someone who could sit down with him and show him the mix program and how to work in it. Oscar asked in the forum if there was anyone who could teach him how to mix. Preferably someone who lived in the same city. Sorry, there wasn't. Most of the people in that forum weren't from the US. Luckily, Oscar's sister, Rosie, knew someone she studied with and who wanted to help Oscar get better at mixing. Now it was urgent to buy the moped, as it was a long way to the guy who wanted to help Oscar. The next day, Oscar and his mother drove down to the moped shop to look at a moped. There weren't many to choose from, but that didn't matter, as Oscar knew exactly which one he wanted to buy. It was going to be a Suzuki FZ50 in black, the same one that Jack had gotten a while ago. Oscar had tried it out and was absolutely thrilled with the way it drove, even though it could only go 18 miles per hour. After talking to the friendly employee in the shop, Oscar decided to buy a brand new moped. His mother thought it was a lot of money, but that didn't matter to Oscar. The most important thing was that now he could drive to Rosie's work colleague and learn how to mix songs together. A little later in the day, it was time to go down to Ava and see if she had succeeded in convincing her father to get more Eurodance on the shelves. Oscar went down there with Jack. He wanted to meet the girl Ava that Oscar kept talking about. Unfortunately, Ava had no luck in convincing her father to get more dance albums in the store, other than the 2 rows that were there now, since the store was not that big, and his other customers bought many more rock, pop, and jazz records. Oscar thanked Ava for the attempt and asked if she wanted to hang out for a while, down by the lake now that summer had come. Ava wanted to, and they agreed to meet on the weekend when the weather would be warm and nice so they could swim in the lake. "See you on Saturday, Ava," said Oscar. "Yes, see you there," said Jack, a little silly, before they both went out the door. "Why did you say that, Jack?" asked Oscar. Jack replied with a smile on his face. "Now you get to see Ava in a swimsuit. Sweet, right?" Oscar could only agree with Jack. Now he just had to wait until the weekend to see Ava again. Until then, Oscar could enjoy the fact that his moped was ready for him down at the shop. In the next episode, we will go into more depth with the other people in the story, the area they live in, and who is this Isabella, the girl Oscar hangs with.